Yeah, I am simul streaming. It's just having quirks with streaming on YouTube is all with the stream key. I have issues with it. But it's up now. Yeah, so it's like, okay, you can't share a stream key between two different scheduled streams. Yeah, I played Fortnite yesterday. Had nothing else going on, just wanted to play it. So it's like you have a stream key attached to Twitch, and that's just your main stream key. That's all. And you just stream to it because it goes straight to your channel. With YouTube, it's different because it needs to go per stream. And so I have another stream scheduled, but you don't even really necessarily choose what, I guess you can. You don't necessarily choose what stream key you're streaming with traditionally on during the scheduling. But anyway, so I booted this up, I got this scheduled, and when I hit it to stream, it went to the other broadcast and started streaming from there, but you wouldn't have seen it because it was private. It was a private stream. So I had to shut it off and try and figure something out really quick. And just making it create a new stream key, that's the smart way to go. Because it'll just do it itself. Sounds confusing. Is this how, accidentally created a schedule waiting rooms? Probably. Hey. Probably. Why so small? It's just learning pains of learning OBS. I'm guessing the first couple times I've done it, I might have just had I might have just been pressing create new stream key every time. Stream key. That's all. I've been playing this a little bit on my own, just so I could just play something that doesn't have too much of a story. And so that's kind of what I'm doing here. I have played this for a couple sittings. It's Etrian Odyssey. You don't really necessarily... There's not a massive story or anything. So this was probably going to be a chill stream in general. That I traditionally almost never play RPGs on stream. How's it been? I gotta remember what I've been doing here. From what I remember, she accidentally scheduled a stream a year ahead. Oh, by the following week, she began using it for her schedule with regular updates. So that's just about what everybody does too. Just having a free chat. But I do know about what you're talking about because it was scheduled like a legitimate stream. Yeah, Grimoire Blu-ray's happening. I can't believe I missed her 8-minute stream. That would have been nice to watch. But I missed it. It's a good day though. That's good. $62 though. I don't know how to judge concerts. I mean, I think about that, and then Fest is like $120, I think. And that comes with like a big old book and everything. I think some people would rather not have all the extra and just want simple Blu-ray. It's nice that there's an option in this case with Callie. I was curious if it's... You have presets for the BGM and everything. 88 for the deluxe, yeah. I'll probably just be getting the standard. I really wish her store had pictures for what I'm buying. Yeah, 62 is the standard. Yeah. That's kind of about what I expect. At least ordering from her store here in the US, we don't have to worry about tariffs then. But we shouldn't have to worry about tariffs anyway because they're Blu-rays. So... that's pretty much it. Sounds like she's been doing well, though. I'm at that part in the RPG where, just mash, basically. Media mail, baby. So I'll show my squad in a second. This is the most I've even gotten to have played at Etrian Odyssey. The most I've played was 4 on the 3DS. But I didn't commit too much to it. At least Callie's enjoying her strike. Yeah. Sounds like she is. It honestly feels like it's probably her first real vacation. Because even when she's on vacation, she's probably thinking about work and everything. So it's hard for her probably to enjoy any of her time off. Now she's legitimately doing it. Okay, let me show the squad. Am I able to just show the squad? Samus is essentially a paladin. She's incredibly weak, though. I might swap her out. Her being useful as a paladin, not the greatest. Flay, basically it's Flayon. I chose the classes and then like, okay, of the characters, who can I name and choose who I want? Flayon's basically a warrior class. Survivalist, essentially like an archer or so. And obviously I'm named her Moom. Medic, I chose her just because she had the split hair. I can call her Shiori. So that was my process. And then an alchemist, I'd call him Aethel because I like Aethel. It has nothing to do with him being an alchemist, though. But I like Aethel. But that's the squad. I'm probably going to be swapping her out. She doesn't... I don't know. I'll keep an eye on her. Right now, these two are the damage dealers. She got the Pokemon girl bag. Yeah. It's like, look at her. She has a knife on her. She got a feather on her hat. She has brown hair. Perfect. Also, that cutesy post. New OP dropping soon. Maybe I'll come back by then. Yeah. Without Callie streaming, I don't end up having many people and many of the members I watch right now. So it feels like I'm just on break with Hololive. Unless, you know, out of nowhere, Crony and Iris stream, or Bay. But like around, I guess Bibu would be streaming too. It's just, I'm on break right now, feels like. She got something strapped to her glove too. I'd have to double check. I don't know. It's been 4 days and still haven't noticed me. And they still haven't noticed me. Is that a quote? Does she say that? Oh, I should have checked. Did this not? Oh, that sucks. Right there, the little metal square buckle thing. Yeah, so like right here. It's about Crony stealthing her way into justice. Uh-huh. Crony would be happy with justice. Yeah, right next to her glove. Yeah, in these scenarios, you're able to change, I think. It'd be in one of the other areas, like in town, but I can swap these characters out at any point. Let me check, because it's up to date, but I want to say I already went. I played on my Steam Deck recently. And I know it said it was backed up, right? But I don't believe it. Very slow game, very slow game. In Gaben we trust. Hoping, because like up here, I went far as to where I was able to go to a set of stairs and go to the next floor. I guess let me check. There was one thing I changed in my settings. Yeah, auto map is on. I guess the Steam controller came out today or so. At least I was seeing someone talk about it. I shouldn't have done that. Yep. Use the coordinates like a civilized being. Yeah, let me check again. So at this point, I can level up a little bit. I wouldn't be able to remember this. I'm at a point where just everyone feels so weak. Yeah, and like everything with her revolves around basically being a paladin, so she's purely defense. Crush, cleaver. One of these I should know, but increases attack power at the expense of defense. Man's just getting a bunch of kids to kill random pests in the wild and calls it a dungeon grind. I know, it's so hard for us all. We all have it so rough right now, so tough. They're doing all the hard work, but it's all a struggle. We share the struggle. When you let me do all the leveling up, I start to question my choices a little bit more. Let's increase TP. Yeah, I definitely did this last time. This right here, I remember this. Yep, I definitely did some of this last time. Though I didn't save. That sucks. That really sucks. I need to check my equipment now. I about want to boot up my Steam Deck and boot it up without airplane mode, with airplane mode on, just so I can see what the local save looks like. As someone with a lot of experience dealing with wild rats and rabbits, they can be a nuisance at least to a major problem at worst. Ooh. Must sneeze. No. Wild rats, that's... Ooh. Okay, let me grab my Steam Deck. Because this is like one of the biggest worries about this cloud saving is it's actually working. That's the main reason I hate going out at night. It's kind of a rarity for us to have rats. Mice is one thing, rats is another. Here. Let me show you this. Yeah, let me make this. Look what will boot up on my Steam Deck. It boots up so slowly nowadays. There she is. She says, "Oh, hi." That might have been too quiet. Besides violent drunks and obnoxious university students. It's always the students. Yeah, it's his last play today. So, well, my cloud save probably wouldn't upload until I was done. Hmm. there a difference between... Let me check. Hmm. That looks horrible. Why does it look like that? The LCD or screen or something? I want to say I definitely saved though. Let me boot out and just hit the actual load game instead. According to the write-up, Grimoire Blu-ray will omit all guest songs. That's not what it... So, what it actually means is the actual... I think the actual guests aren't there. Because in the teaser and... in the teaser and listing, it has songs like Sneaking and Tide. They are in there. They just omit, like, the guests aren't there. Like, Lotus Juice isn't actually there. I might be okay. Because reclaiming my progress is one thing, but it's like all the equipment I bought. Yep, this works. My load game is more recent. Good. Good. I thought it meant songs that had other non-album guests were being cut due to licensing issues. From what I understood, there was a point where that was an issue, and I think something got changed in Callie's contract. This was like a year or two ago. I remember her talking about it. But she basically mentioned like she wants to be able to actually sing the songs that she made, and there were, issues with that. I would say the main one is probably the fact that she was able to do Yona Yona Journey at the concert. And that's not even on her release. She was like a guest on that release. So yeah. I'm waiting to see my Steam Deck boot up. So I can shut it off. Did it just kill the Steam Deck? It's like I clicked it, it's like I crashed. Here. As in if she did a song with modding, then that performance would be cut in the Blu-ray version, is what I understood. Yay. That was one of the first when I got custom animations to load on Steam Deck, that was one of the few Hololive ones on the Steam Deck. Like perfect. All I needed. Yeah, I don't remember where I read that too. It might have been on the store page. I like and dislike that Callie has all her own stuff on a website just because, at least, you know, they usually have stuff for pre-order and they usually have an inventory. You can buy her first concert still. All you need is Moon. Yeah. I do like that Callie has her own store, but then it's points like this where I don't know why we can't just have pictures of her listings of stuff. Like what's in the deluxe version? Like why can't we just see that? Like why? Even on Disaster Piece when it already released, why can't we just see this? Yeah, and you can still buy the first concert. Where's our concert at? No, it's right here. Yeah, it's just like, we're not gaining anything out of this. It's not ready. I mean, it's in the promo picture from her stream. We already see what it all looks like. Yeah, guest artist appearances are not included as product. But we can see Sneaking is right here. Tide is right here. They're in here. They actually updated this. I noticed this the other day when they got posted. Black Sheep and Left 4 Dead Lullaby was not on this page. I'm like, no, the last two songs of the encore. It's not here. But yeah, I'll get this at some point. Money, 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 money. That reminds me of her To the Moon playthrough where Mume noticed you twice. Ah, you lucky. I just don't frequent YouTube chats, so I'm just... It's my own fault. Yeah. On a side note, a pink orca did like one of my tweets on Twitter, so that made me happy. I hope they don't cut the Boat Goes Binted chant. From what I'm seeing from the trailer, I'm thinking it probably has the same camera angles in everything, so I'm gonna think it's basically just gonna be the stream version. So here we're just gonna load the game instead. Everything should be better now. That was funny. That's one of those moments where if you're on Twitter or anywhere else where you can see people outside of the venue just doing stuff, and so I saw the video of people doing Boat Goes Binted, and then Callie brought it up in the concert. It's fun. So here is where you can actually... I could swap out any character. But why would I? I was gonna call this one Vivi, but it's more like Teto. We'll see. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. One of my comments called out Mume for assuming the term neurodivergent no longer covered autistic people. What were you talking about? What would you be talking about? Or mostly her, I guess. Oh, new side quests. I should probably do this, but Turnshot has requested one measure of pyrozine from the forest, useful for constructing walls. Has posted a request for materials necessary to craft axe. Investigating monster habitats within the labyrinth. Inscribe 10 monsters into the codex. I'll do that over time. Student at the Seft Apocryphy requests that the wood flies thwarting her herb gathering to be executed. We got that. Your job is to take out 7 wood flies. The protagonist's wife, Into the Moon, is autistic, and Mume didn't put it together until the final hour. I had imagined she wasn't as... I've heard that game gets sad or whatever. I think... I know Babe got emotional with it. Mume playing that was... I want to say that's one of her earlier streams, right? Terminally ill boy of Etria wishes to meet a brave and excellent Landsknecht before he dies. Decided to take the request. Have you? Good. I've been hoping someone would. That poor boy, he'll never be strong, so he wants to meet a powerful adventurer. He's hoping to meet a Landsknecht above level 20. Do this for him. Alright. Also, I called my guild council. So book quests. Deliver 1 pyroxene. The pub. Well, the game uses the term neurodivergent instead of autistic. It's not hard to understand developers' implementations. If you know, you know. Developer probably just trying to be thoughtful. That appear in the first stratum. Wood flies that appear in the first stratum. Okay. How do I not have this yet? Oh, it takes hardwood. 5 pieces of hardwood and 5 shells. I need to go back and keep carving. Okay. At least, I mean, I like a little bit of this. Just for the fact that I can do a little bit of just some quests on the side before I have to just constantly just go down to the pit, which obviously Mume didn't get, hence why I jokingly called her out about it. My goal is to go back and just watch all her VODs and just like, especially on the VODs I haven't watched. Recently, I was going through a bunch of karaokes. That's the woodfly. Okay. Yeah, yes. Yeah, the other day I was just going through a bunch of karaokes that I have saved. And like, I want to say 60 to 70% of my playlist is just Mume. Good times. I just don't know which one should I bother. Does this chop? Muttwort. Muttwort. That's a... Bleh. Her response was something like, well, I mean, yeah, but how was I supposed to know? I don't think I've ever been snarky to anyone when I have talked in chat. Probably be over here instead. Oop. Even my own map, I'm falling behind. Get it! Oh yeah, nothing else has been going on. The developer even popped in during the second impromptu stream because Mume was single-handedly causing the game to blow up on Twitter. That's funny. That sucks. Okay, chop. Is it chop? What did over here? I might have marked it wrong then. It's like what it you got it. There was something else about that. It's like it'll completely rejuvenate interest in a game. It's almost like Callie playing oh, what's the game? The Capcom game she played recently on PS3. Asura's Wrath. Like you could almost imagine that just opened up awareness for that game. So I need to level this up so I can do this more during the day. I think Mume got Alpha Protocol too. I think Mume got either the good or good plus ending. And in a super chat, the developer basically said, if you like this, then you should be playing the sequels. I didn't know there were sequels. I think I have Fly of the Moon, or it's been in my wish list forever. How long do you have until you level up? Ugh. Okay, let me just kill some flies. I think I've only killed 2 so far. If you like this, then you'll love playing the sequels. I can speed it up. That's nice. It's kind of like when I was playing the last bit of Chrono Gear, and the two of the composers and one of the pixel sprite artists came to my chat and talked to me a little bit. It's kind of like that. Fun, good times. Okay, where are the butterflies? He said something to the effect of, yeah, this is fine. I was pretty amateurish with the writing, and I greatly improved while working on the sequels. I did not realize they made sequels. All I knew about was the one game. Okay, there's the butterfly. Hey, I recognize that little frog guy. Is it a frog? Might as well be. Hmm. I'm just doing this to kill the butterflies. I'm a little confused by this because you get 24. Oh, it's getting split up between them. So it's 24 amongst 5. So that's a little under, say it's like 4.5, or it's a little under than 5. This is gonna take a while. I'm just trying to kill the butterflies at this point. Unless I could cut. I can't cut these woods down. Oh, it's gonna take her even longer. I didn't even pay attention to that. I wonder if it won't tell me if I killed enough of them. Oh, that's what we want right here. It's gonna take her a while. You subdue? Yeah, okay. The game will tell me. It will tell me if I finish the quest. Best part of To the Moon is that Mume originally wanted it to be only one stream, but got so invested in the story, she did a second stream later that night. Ew. That's weird. I almost have no memories of Mume playing just games. It's like, I mostly think about karaoke's, just chatting, Zotsudan streams, and Overwatch. Her just solely playing a game I don't remember much of. Other than, I remember I have some core memories, like her playing Pokemon, like, her breeding for shinies. I remember a good series of those. One of those, damn, this is so good, I have to finish this tonight type of reactions. That's good. That's interesting. It's like, oh, she must have had something to do, and that's why she had to stop and then come back and stream later. This kind of sucks. You don't get paid for doing these quests. Yeah. Everything's so expensive in this game. The only reason she broke it up into 2 parts was, oh, because Animal needed outside time. Yeah. I do remember those. Those points. So, what does this guy need? A hand axe. Oh, we need 2 more hardwood. Yeah. Five more thorn. Such is the nature of the RPG grind. I know. I haven't played an RPG in a while. And I come back and I'm playing something like this. Pretty generous in the design, but it's just... Oh. A little slow. I about need to check out what the remake of this is like on 3DS, or the enhanced version. That's at least a sizable increase, so... One defense. Wind instrument made of horn with holes carved out. It's a ocarina. Okay, guys, I really want to finish this tonight, but Animal is scratching at my door, and I need to take her out for a bit, and I'll start a new stream in like 40 minutes. Oh, okay, so it wasn't that much of a break. Hide ring. Oh, this ocarina would be good. It's expensive though. Yeah, the Zelda thingy. Nintendo invented the ocarina. You don't even get this many armor slots to where it's you only get 2 armor slots, and here I am having a full set of armor. Okay, well, I guess that's fine. Now I'm looking at it wrong. Ancient clay woodwind instrument. Yeah, the Zelda instrument. Everything's so expensive. Tweed is all I got. Okay, let me... Yeah, blame the import tariffs. Yeah, in the small town. I spent all this money just so they can change days. It's tweed, not weed. Okay, let's try and carve this again. Oh, you two get to level up, but Moom is still lacking. Ba, 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 ba. Kind of at a point where I've been thinking about Serendipity, the 4th concert that's coming up. I kind of want to say that they haven't been handling it the greatest. Like, I don't know if there's necessarily an interest for it, but there's still obviously an interest for it, but I feel like everything, I'm not as excited for it, but they haven't given me a reason to be excited about it. And I think some of it is a victim of they announced it so early, which is kind of what we wanted, so we could prepare, but at the same time, I'm like, well, I'm not thinking about it too often. And man, I've also been thinking about it on the line of every concert so far for English, there was always something to look forward to. It was always like a first. Like Connect the World, it was Ian's first concert, so there's an excitement there. With Breaking Dimensions, it was Advent's first time in 3D at a concert. And then All for One was Justice's first time in 3D. And now this one is just a concert. There's nothing new. So I'm just, It's gonna be a good time and all, but it's just, this one almost feels a little bit more forced. Not forced, but it just seems different. To where right now I'm almost more excited for Fantastic Reality with Doki Bird's concert, which we are going to be going to, because Sachi will be there. Killing Toxicroak, Yanma, and Venomoth in the woods. Sure you're not secretly working for Team Rocket? I mean, Team Rocket didn't want to kill Pokemon. They wanted to use them. So I'm probably worse than Team Rocket. Yeah, my criticism is relative proximity to other events from cover within the same area even. That's the biggest issue, especially this time. It's like we're seriously, it's not even, it's like, do you have to do it next to Anime Expo? And because you're doing it next to Anime Expo, we are now doing it on 4th of July weekend, which is going to be expensive for hotel and travel and everything. It's like, everything's expensive that weekend. And I think about like Drawn to Dawn, and then Callie's concert would have been the same. It's like, just choose it on a random weekend. It's fine. We have stuff to do in LA. We'll travel for it. It's fine. No, they definitely killed Pokemon like Slowpoke Tails in Gen 2. My knowledge isn't as good on Johto. Do I want a Xenon and Herb MC? No, I want Herb and, is it Navi? I mean, you were just there for Wawa and Ina's concert. Yeah, but I liked how everything was it was cheaper around that time. And I had stuff to do. It's LA. I don't have to, I guess I'm in the minority where I would travel for a Hololive concert. It's like, man, if Anime Expo wasn't happening that weekend, are there really people that would just pass on the entire trip? I guess they would. I just wish they would try it and go to a different, just do it. I mean, the parking's not going up any extra because the weekend. At least plane and hotel would be cheaper. Steal bikes easy. No. Okay, Moom, you're about to level up. Yeah, so currently I've just been And I know that talents necessarily wouldn't be talking about it a lot because they don't really need to, but if they're not talking about it, then I'm not thinking about it. Everybody wants Midwest with a concert. One, for just giving it a try. And then also, there is probably an actual demand. This is what Callie was talking about, like, underappreciated, that we have a gateway into Texas. No, seriously, Team Rocket killing all those slowpoke in order to harvest their tails is a major aspect of the game's B plot. I haven't played any of the Johto games in... I don't even think I was driving yet since the last time I played it. One of them. Feel old. I didn't necessarily grow up with the games. I've only played Gold once. But at least I finished it. I don't know. I would even argue if at least Hololive had chosen a different weekend or a different time of the year, the venue cost definitely probably would have been cheaper too. Okay, chop is what I need. Okay, if I don't get hardwood on this one, then I'm just gonna keep going down. I don't understand. Everyone who will be traveling to LA for July 4th will also get to go to AX and luckily is. So yeah, people are going to LA for 4th of July for Independence Day first, and then they get to go to AX and Hall. I'm going to imagine Hololive almost expects everyone to go to the concert or already lives in LA. They probably don't think anyone's traveling. With as big of a pool of people that live in LA, I could almost imagine them just assuming that everyone that's going to be at the venue just lives in LA already. Probably not, but sizable portion. It's going to be lit up. We're gonna fly in, go to Fantastic Reality day 1, go to AX the next day with the first day of Serendipity on Friday. Probably go to an after party. Then day 2 of Serendipity will be on 4th of July weekend, along with Fantastic Reality Doki Bird's concert. Oh, it's gonna be crazy. We're gonna leave Serendipity, the concert, and they're going to be shooting fireworks in celebration of Hololive. It's crazy. Yeah, that's the king of short-sightedness I would expect from Japanese executives. I don't even necessarily think Cover wants everything placed in LA because they did New York for 2 years in a row. I didn't get them. They did. Yeah, they did New York 2 years in a row. The only people I knew that didn't care about being in New York was essentially the talents. Everyone's wondering who they would do for another Dodgers collab. I'm hoping they don't do another Dodgers collab because not that it's like, oh, I'm gonna miss out on it, but I want it to be worth even anyone's time. If it ends up kind of being not a lackluster night, I just want it to be a good enough event to warrant it keep coming back for a third night. But most stuff generally is in LA, be it events, concert, pop-up stores, and other things. Yeah, but those are little things. Yeah, that's the thing. Dodgers actually might be wanting Hololive to show up. It's like they want another win. Yeah, so like last year broke the streak of having blue members be there for the Dodgers night. I would imagine Narissa would be one of them, and then because at least Narissa does know some baseball, and then Bae would be good because Bae's been getting into baseball. Just for Otane. After that, I don't know. Get one of Fumoko. Hey, yo, these anime girls are doing great for our viewership, and the team's actually scoring great tonight too. Last year when they did it, Dodgers actually lost, but they still won the World Tour. Is it World Tour? I don't remember. Oh well. I just wish they could just try to do another weekend. World Series, okay. Would have been worse if I just said playoffs. That is another thing. They won't do a world tour probably at AX. A shiny Boomeri. Cover might be listening to the stream. Their solution for today's matter is they'll push Ian for away August 16th. But it's at the Wiltern. They're gonna cut down the attendance by a little over 2,000. Just because I keep complaining. Actually, way less egregious. Should have said playoffs instead. I was thinking World. I knew World was in the title. I'm more accustomed to football's playoffs. World Tours for bands. I know. When is FaZe World? I keep forgetting when FaZe Connect's convention is. I want to go to Offkai, but freaking Serendipity was happening within the same month. Ain't no way I'm going to be able to do that. When Pippa stops getting banned. Pippa's okay. The RNC? I was trying to think of where it takes place, because it's in California, right? Okay, I'm on the 3rd floor. I haven't been here yet. I'm guessing this is gonna be a boss fight. Come here, buddy. Washington? Oh, okay, so it's in Virginia. Oh. Stalker. Okay. Let's see if we're skilled enough at this. Ooh, that's weak. Whoa, buddy. Moon got hit. See, like right there, it's like, what did you do there, Samus? I'm not gonna make it out of here. Yeah, I'm not winning this. I don't think I can escape either. Okay, we're good. Fish Guy thinks Faye's audience is politically interesting, so is maybe choosing the most diverse local Faye's world. Speaking of boss fights, I saw that Riku's VA David Gallagher was doing a stream trying to beat the Lingering Will without cheesing it. Wow. I've tried to find some of the Face Connect discords, like for Sheena, and I can't find it. It's probably just a closed community. I was like almost hoping they'd have like just a general Phase Discord, but not that I could see. What is that? Oh, it's only 2 more, and that's really generous. I've been watching decent. This is what happens. When Hollow isn't there for me to watch stuff, Phase steps in. Okay. I left the stream almost immediately because the mods were being super unfun about enforcing the rules. Where at? In one of the chats or on one of the discords? Okay, so that's right there. He got his sights on me. Faye steps in or crashes through the wall. Who I watch. If there's no one interesting I'm gonna watch in Hololive, I'm start watching Faye's, which has been pretty recently. on David's stream, especially about backseating and spoilers. And yeah, the planned personal orgy. Exactly. I don't. That was not in the official schedule either. Okay. I'm trying to get away from you, buddy. He actually can legit taste me. Oh, there's a door. So that would be right here. I remember how and can't remember how or where it was advertised. I want to say it was on Twitter. You just check the, you know, the convention's hashtag, and I remember it being in there. I made 2 observations, not critiques or input, about his loadout, and the mods were immediately down my throat for asking. Yeah. I wish there was just some common sense for some of the mods on Twitch. It always seems like, I don't know, the simplest things. And especially because you can do something and it's really inoffensive. And especially if the mod sees it and he's fine with it, well, then the mod's okay with it. It's just, no, if the streamer sees it, and the streamer probably doesn't care about it. It's like, oh, that's fine. It's a power creep. Yeah. Persona orgy. I want to say, no, was it Persona? I almost want to say it was also, I saw one for Inuyasha as well. Oh, there's another boss in here. I want to say there was also an Inuyasha one. David was too busy with getting a 10-minute hype train on Twitch to even notice the YouTube chat. They would consider you problematic in the chat. I want to say that was at the Colorado convention too. Buffering? That's no good. Oh, he's not using that warning. Yeah. That's ridiculous. You're not even backseating. You're applying commentary. pretty egregious. And that's what happens where it heavily depends on the chat too, or the streamer. I'll just don't talk. Just don't talk. Not according to those unfun mods. I don't know. Okay. I need to probably grind now. Make my own map, isn't it so much fun? Which is why I bounce after 3 minutes. Yeah, you don't want to get banned. I couldn't imagine. That'd be so weird. Okay, too much. How do I... Oh. Is that un... How do you erase that? There we go. It's not like it mattered because David was still busy with effects on Twitch to notice the troublemakers on YouTube. Literally every observation or even reaction to David's own comment received a warning. It's like, don't even be in chat. Is more so what the wise thing to do. Oh no, Sachi's gonna stream. No, I won't be able to be there. I'd like to say most VTuber chats are pretty chill. But I got so pissy that I even started blocking the mods out of spite before bouncing. Really? How long ago was that? Oh, I ran into him. Okay, we are escaping because I can't afford this right now. Unable to flee, unable to flee, unable to flee. Okay. Ow, Moom got shot. There we're at. Golly. We lost Moom. Like 3 hours ago? That's really recent. That's funny. Yeah, Mega Scythe are 2-bit, 2 OP. Like everyone oh, I should have been doing this. Everyone knows you're not supposed to skip battles because this is where you make the most of this is where you grind. You don't skip any battles. I do have to go back to revive her though. So Moom is going to be lacking a little bit. Oh well. I don't even know. I need to pay attention. I need to pay attention to how much I'm actually benefiting from leveling up, or if it's mostly an equipment-based game for progression. Yeah, I was scrolling through my feed when I saw his thumbnail. I thought, hey, that'd be cool before checking out so on later. Shiny Zernies. Well, my mods aren't like that, so you're in a safe space. There you go. The blue deer, oh, from X. Pokemon X. I wouldn't know that one as much. Oh, no. Fruitcake might. It's funny that would be considered a shiny. To be fair, you're not part of the English cast of Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, they are to be protected. Yeah, like watch Roland become the very thing he hates. That power creep, it'll corrupt them. So, I'm at a point right now where I need to grind again. Or I need to make money so I can buy better equipment. I can't even tell you who the starters are in X and Y. I guess, no, that's not true. Isn't the cat cat Fenrir or something? Isn't that one of the starters? %, are Disney actors, 30% are anime voice actors, 15 are old people, and 15% of the cast is dead. The cat is for Alola. And everyone has different thoughts, because I was thinking it was X and Y. Yeah, it's the red fire cat that turns into a grappler. Inventory's too full. Oh, don't be one of those kind of games. That is unfortunate. Here, I'll get rid of these. And I will just teleport out. Yeah, I'll just run. X and Y was a water frog, grass chipmunk, and firefox. I think I remembered liking the chipmunk. Probably not a bad set of starters. That's my thing, is my first thought for a JRPG to have a limited inventory was Xenoblade. That was my first thought. That's like the only thing I can think of. I need health though too, I guess. That's a good set of good bit of change. Hand axe, we got it. Yay. Can I sort these? Water. Oh yeah, it was Greninja. I forgot. You saw that extra leather to make extra pockets. That'd be nice. You're gonna take Modding and Pecora to work? Oh, you're Nendroids. Okay, do I don't think I... Okay, yeah, it's for sale, pretty much. Very light, easy to use. Okay, I don't need to... Yep, there we go. I didn't have to make the person the axe. Leica is now in need of materials from which she can craft a short bow fit for explorers. Go to Shaleka's goods to ask her which materials she needs. She was really pleased with the hand axe, you know. Good luck to you. I don't already can do that right now? Two horns and 5 gum hides. I want to say I already have that. No, I don't. And let's revive Moom. Fun fact, Sakurai wanted to include Incineroar and Smash Ultimate based on solely on concept art from Game Freak. It was interesting that we don't get Pokemon on their own as additions to the game. So it was noticeable when he did include them. Anything good here? As such, Sakurai was unaware of Game Freak's last-minute change to switch Incineroar from fire fighting to fire dark. Oh, so he's not even a fighting type in the game? Huh. I need Thorn. Yeah, and he was just a sucker for his design, I guess, mostly more than anything. Short bow, need 5 gum hide. Guess I need to figure out where gum hide's from. Where did I get Thorn? Sadly, no, because Game Freak kept getting so much hate for rely on firefighting. I mean, yeah, Blaziken. I remember Blaziken being like that. That's OP, too. Fighting is almost always an OP type. You almost don't need anything here. It's only 1 extra defense. It's not worth it. Ah, boy. I might have to just focus on doing quests, because that's how I'm able to get new equipment. You get tired of typing?
There was another explanation.
Incineroar's typing was clearly done late into development, as its move pool is so bad because Game Freak didn't even have time to give it unique dark moves. They never had time.
Game Freak hasn't had enough time since Black and White. Actually, to my understanding, Pokemon hasn't had a proper end game since like Sun and Moon or something. I don't even know if Sun and Moon, like, because I don't think X and Y had a good end game.
Oh,
so it was like really the best last one was Black and White.
Post game or something?
Yeah, post game, yeah.
Gen 4 was developed in 4 months. I'm not surprised. That's the most just rehashed feeling Pokemon game.
Well, you also got to remember too, back in the day, I can't remember if it was when X and Y, but they used to have it to where all the devs or all the producers, all the people inside the Game Freak team used to design and create one Pokemon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then that all stopped when the game started getting outsourced, which I think started getting outsourced maybe with X and Y. But, you know, third party or whatever, but they needed additional support. So, a lot of creativity of Pokemon designs basically went out the window really fast. but I can't remember when that started.
I wouldn't know. It would depend on when. I'd imagine they got outsourced to Bandai.
No,
No,
it's definitely not Bandai.
Monolith or something.
Nope, some random company. I'll pull it up.
Gen 4 started as Hellwind's Leftovers, and it languished in development hell for the first 8 months before finishing the last 4 months under crunch. Yeah, Hellwind was so good. Hellwind was so good they couldn't keep up.
Domain expansion, infinite warp. Interesting.
Hellwind was so good that it literally broke Game Freak. It's so good. I look forward to going through it again.
Did Kelly ever finish that playthrough?
I don't think so.
Will Kelly ever finish that playthrough?
I don't know.
Will Kelly ever come back from hiatus?
I'm sure of it.
It's like a kid talking to his parent in bed. You're like, is dad coming home? Is this happening?
Oh, those. Deliver 1 peroxine to the pub. Certain shop in Etria has requested 1 measure of peroxine from the forest, useful in constructing walls. I need 2 horns and 5 gum hides.
Heck yeah, man. Oh, heck yeah. Nim. My boy Nim.
Nim?
My boy Nim. I think this is the boy.
The only bad to come from Hoenn was Junichi Maduda getting a fatal ego boost. I wouldn't know about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm surprised they don't count all the variants as 8, 9, 10. That should be enough.
Akari gave me a $10 coupon, so I started looking around and see if I can spend that $10 coupon on something.
Mm-hmm.
I found an Okayu. What do you call those things? I just forgot.
Acrylic?
Nope.
Nendoroid?
Little figure. Nendoroid. For like $25. Or it would be $25. So that's a pretty good price.
If anything, never buy anything overseas. Just because tariffs will almost hit you more on there. Then
this offer. See, this would be $30. And this guy is located in the South Carolinas.
Junichi Masuda literally created a pantheon of gods because of Hoenn. A pantheon that was so expansive that he had enough gods that he could use as extra for Sinnoh. I couldn't even tell you what any of the legendaries were in Sinnoh. I'm so put off by that game. Got a red charm.
You know, and that's okay. I people that like Sinnoh, there's a big reason why they like Sinnoh, so it's okay. But there's one thing Sinnoh is goated at. It does have a really good soundtrack, but yet again, most things do from Pokemon.
I can't remember Sinnoh's soundtrack.
There's one signature song that pulls up in a lot of like
some of the
relaxing music.
Some of the battle themes are really good.
Some of the trails or the whatever route music with small towns are really good, but I always remember Black and White soundtrack like lives rent free in my mind.
The only reason I know about Sinnoh's soundtrack is just because of Smash 4. Okay, what do I need to do? I don't know Proxine. I don't have anything like that. I don't think. Does OBS have a streamer mode?
OBS have a streamer mode?
Yeah. Oh no. Okay, never mind. I have to turn it on.
To like cover up like usernames and stuff?
It would be Streamlabs. I have to go to Streamlabs and enable it. Back with on Streamlabs, it automatically turns it on its own.
So, I can't remember how Etrian Odyssey plays. Is there any punish for leaving a map or coming back and forth like this or anything? Because I see you have a 6 p.m. at the top left.
No.
But
there's no penalty for it. You're kind of expected to go in and out. Streamer mode is enabled. Why am I hearing notifications then? Groudon, God of Earth, Kyogre, Rayquaza, Palkia, I wouldn't remember. Dialga. I know about Arceus, who was knocking at the door. There's no one knocking on the door. And I can't just mute Discord because that'll mute you. We'll see.
I wonder what a crisis course speedrun looks like.
I got no idea. They're not giving me any hints on where to find this item. Horns and gum hides. Is there a... So you're telling me I get to... bring info so enemies have a codec, so I can have their, I don't know, their data, and I can't have it with me. I have to go back. I have to go back to the city for that. Like over here. Yeah. No, seriously, Giratina was Masuda's Satan analog. When Arceus created the first three gods, Giratina became so unruly that Arceus banished to the Shadow Realm, entered the world. It's supposed to be Pokemon. They were right about it. They were right about the games being evil. Okay, so soft hide and horn is there. Soft hide and horn. Okay. Whitestone. The introduction of literal Pokemon God and Satan into the series is when... Oh, it started going into the deep end for me, for you. Yeah. You could probably believe why they did a soft reset with Unova. So hides and or horns and gum hides. Two horns and gum hide. Did I ever find what gum hide? Gum hide. I don't have a possibility to do that. Oh, they might have it. I just gotta go kill them more often. Unova is basically Pokemon, but in Manhattan. Do you agree to that?
Anything? What?
Pokemon Black and White is Pokemon, but in Manhattan.
I don't know. I don't really think what's on like the actual locations of like where Pokemon is actually done at. It doesn't change a whole lot for me, or it's not something that sticks out to me much. All I can say about Pokemon Black and White is like it had a very good post game that once you were done, you just could keep playing the game, and it was. I don't know, man. I don't even know if I've actually ever played a game like that that just has such good post-game content where, like, by the time I was done, I was, like, pretty sad with it.
I'd have to think about it.
Yeah, because like I can't tell you a game that's like, wow, the post-game content is just fun to explore all these things, or oh, I got this, you know, these different ATM stuff that I can go and do in this stuff now. And I found like additional legendaries in that game that were hidden. All the extra Pokemon from previous gens that were in there.
They probably have not had a Pokemon like that since Gold and Silver.
Yeah, it was very I mean, Gold and Silver is still kind of a league in its own, but still.
Team Rocket is organized crime. Team Magma and Aqua eco terrorists. Team Flare fashion police.
Oh, Team South sucks. It wasn't Team South X and Y. I don't know. I can't remember. Or maybe that was. I don't know.
I just remember all the cosplayers in one of those games. Which is the one where there were a bunch of like they looked like gang members.
That sounds familiar.
And they were very.
Oh, you might be thinking of Sword and Shield.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Me, Gonkaga.
Mean Gungaga. How far are you into it?
In Chapter 5, my planes just crashed. My helicopter.
Out in the snow, or
Yeah. I did look up some PSP cutscenes in comparison. It's just, yeah. You know, the voice performances in the PSP just matched a little bit better. But then secondly as well, PSP had a whole lot more expressive faces. Kind of like Kingdom Hearts. To where it's just like it melded really well. This is just very stiff. Me? Gongaga.
Team Shout was in the Pokemon Britain?
Well, that is Sword and Shield then, isn't it? Because isn't... I don't know.
I don't play Pokemon. I don't know about any of this. Okay, we are going to grind right here.
I am 9 hours into this video game.
Team Flare was X and Y. Did you ever finish X and Y?
Yeah. Me? Yeah, he just did it. He just did it. Me? Gongaga. X and Y basically didn't have very much at all of a post game. The most annoying thing about X and Y is that really its biggest push was just there was 3D graphics, because everything else from Black and White to X and Y was basically worse, in my opinion. Like, story was significantly worse. It was actually kind of campy and stupid. Like, it was just fine that campy. It's just like, it just sucked. Meh. I don't know what else.
Shiny Rattata and a Nuzleaf. I'm surprised you're able to just associate all these with Pokemon. I can see the Rattata. That's a pretty messed up looking Rattata. .3D graphics for which Game Freak just repurposed from the 3D Pokemon Pokedex app.
Oh, something like that.
I mean, it's not a big deal to have your first Pokemon on a new console.
Well, so here's the annoying thing. And this is kind of where Pokemon was falling off really bad. So like that game, its biggest thing was 3D graphics. Okay, and honestly, the game looked pretty solid. It was completely fine. I think story-wise, gameplay-wise, and I know I'm saying a lot by story, but like Black and White had a very solid story and characters. Like honestly, probably the best story and characters Yada for Pokemon, because I don't think that they've done anything better since either.
Yeah.
Unless Sun and Moon was good. So they kind of just threw all out the window, and they created this really silly villain that I can't fully remember what it was. And they tried doing all this history lesson, like 3,000 years ago, there was the Pokemon War sort of thing, and all this stuff, and it was just I couldn't.
The Great Pokemon War.
But you know what was actually interesting was Black and White, because its storyline was more on a line of like, N, the guy and who he's operating with, is like, we're gonna free Pokemon. We're freeing all this Pokemon. No one needs to have Pokemon. But then they were like, doing some crappy stuff in the behind, yada yada, and a completely different storyline. But it, actually had kind of a few sad parts, and the rival was actually good, and yada yada. The rival in X and Y and Black and White was actually kind of sad. I don't know what they were doing with that game, but they did it. And then, so it had like this actually solid rivals. That was neat, in my opinion. They were more connected anyways. And then you go play X and Y, and it just had 3 other characters that had absolutely no depth at all. Absolutely no character. Like, no character at all. Just silly, goofy characters. Yeah, then finally after 3,000 years, and some old guy, whatever. And then there's this, I don't know, it has, to me anyways, and just this really stupid, bad-looking villain that is like in a suit, but is like red all over, and like, I don't know how to describe it, but it just looks stupid. It really did. And then when the game ended, it was honestly pretty much done. Like, I think there was maybe a little bit of extra content at the end, but like, there was nothing. Oh yeah, plus the narrative progression from a 2-year gap between Black and White and Black and White 2. Black and White 2 and Black and White 2 was also really solid. I remember when I first played it, I was like, eh. But honestly, the only reason why I felt that way was just because it was sequel content that I just don't know how to feel by. But honestly, it was still really good. Because, it added in new areas, it did different stuff. More of the same great content. Bianca's Club.
Bianca's Club.
Yeah.
Is that the gym leader?
No, Bianca was one of the rivals. I believe. I think she was like a blonde-haired rival. I don't know what to say. I can't really. My memories on Black and White 2 are a little fuzzy. I still played it and it's still great. I just can't remember much. Black and White, I think I actually finished that game twice. With post-game content stuff. I think I did. Black and White 2 I only did once. Blood Rival, I put Professor Tuna for his assistant, yeah.
Oh, that's
Blonde. Not Blood, Blonde.
blonde.
Yeah. No, I just remember being like, man, X and Y sucks. Like, just meh. And then after that, they released, I believe, the Omega Sapphire and Ruby. And the interesting thing about Omega Sapphire and Ruby is, if there's one thing you can take away from it, was that they did graphically improve the games quite a bit. Compared to X and Y. So it's like maybe they were learning the hardware better, or had more time. I hated fusions. And like the Omega evolutions. I just think it's all dumb.
Yeah, Omega evolutions I don't like.
And then they made like big mode. Like big Pokemon in X and Y. I just think silly. Like, doesn't change up the game, just makes it even easier. more of a climatic, like, oh, he's doing it. That he's evolving again for this one fight. If they had it to where he just stayed as that 4th level Charizard or something, I'd be fine with it. But it's just a buff, and I don't know, boring. It's uninteresting. Other thing too goes across with like Omega Ruby and Sapphire is it's pretty egregious that you remake a Gen 3, but you don't even include the content from Emerald, in my opinion. So like the whatever tower thing from Emerald didn't return, the battle tower, I think it's called, I can't remember. And other things that just kind of watered down, to my understanding. I think it was still good though, but I think it was fine. I think it came and went. But when Sun and Moon came out, I think that was a lot bigger of a game. Like
Sun and Moon, it was good. Looked like.
Yeah, it looked really good actually. And I think doing like a Hawaiian or whatever, Bahamas, whatever approach, and then they returned Pokemon, but did like different things with them and yada yada. And then the game even looked better, like Sun and Moon. Like you could actually move in all 8 directions.
I remembered when Sun and
smoothly.
Moon released, and I was seeing Twitch streams of it, and I'm like, there was one of the few times I'm like, man, I'm kind of missing. Not that I'm like missing out. But I remember
being in Anime Fest Dallas.
I remember just seeing it and just like, this, it's big weekend. New Pokemon came out.
Yeah, so I thought Sun and Moon was pretty cool, and then also Ultra Sun and Moon looked like more of the same, like it was still good. And then after that, you had X and Y. Sorry, not X and Y. Sword and Shield, and man, that looked rough. That looked rough. And then this was the first point where they're like, we're not including all the Pokemon from the previous games. It's all these developing all these Pokemon models is too difficult. It's very time consuming, and I'm just like, you're already doing so little as is, in my opinion. Like you're struggling to keep up.
What was Dynamax mode?
But Dynamax mode, I believe, Sword and Shield. All that was a big mode. It just made that one Pokemon huge. That's all it was. So they gimmicks, but they're not even interesting gimmicks. They're just big. Like, evolving again was more of an interesting thing, but the problem is that they never do anything interesting.
Yeah, because at least when the Omega evolutions, you at least had an opportunity to have a new design. Yeah.
And I just think it sucks. Then you had Sword and Shield. I mean, other than like graphical and whatever, I don't think it had much of a post game, because I think I remember that actually getting talked about. Yeah, Ultra Sun and Moon actually being finished. I think that's a correct statement. And that's like, I want to say that may be the same for Black and White too, but I think Black and White was so like filled with content that I bet that was pretty dang finished. But I bet with like Ultra Sun and Moon and like all the how much that game did, I bet it actually did finish more so with Ultra Sun and Moon. What's weird about Sun and Moon is introducing the multiverse is that Ultra Sun and Moon are in both the sequels and enhanced revisions at the same time. I don't think I knew that.
There's a multiverse.
But yeah, honestly, if there was one Pokemon that did kind of interest me, it would maybe be Scarlet and Violet. But man, that game looks really freaking bad, man. Like, just not that graphics matter and all that, but when a game just looks so freaking rough, like so graphically rough, when there's like a Pokemon just flies into a wall and breaks the freaking cliff. I can't remember what it was. There's a few really bad cutscenes in Violet Scarlet. Like this legendary Pokemon flies and just bonk, and destroys a wall and then goes through. Like, it just looks insanely bad. The multiverse has been canonical to Pokemon since I have never heard of any of that.
That's so weird.
And that's my thing. It's not that I play Pokemon for the story. I play really more so just for the experience and like the Pokemon and like just the charm behind it. Even a little bit the gameplay, just because it's still turn-based and I kind of like it. I had to take breaks, but I still like it. But when you can't even do the charm, like when you have like weird, wacky that Pokemon designs that just look stupid or silly, or you're not even doing the world that great, or the game graphically looks so poor and rough that it takes me out of it. Like, I'm happy that they added Pokemon Coliseum to the Nintendo Switch Online, because that's a good Pokemon game. I'm more familiar with Gale of Darkness. I'm not really that familiar with Coliseum, but still. And to think that, like, when you compare the GameCube Pokemon games with the animations that add to the new ones, it's just shocking. And then whatever levels of charm or the story and so on, it's just completely different products. I don't know anything about Ultra Beast either.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be honest, the last Pokemon I did play was X and Y, so all this could just be falsacious. It could just be wrong.
Holy shit. Facetious. Facetious.
Fallacious. Wait, was it fillet? I'm very close to saying a bad word. But yeah, and I mean, and I do want to play Sun and Moon. Those did look like very solid games. I think I own Moon and Ultra Moon or something like that.
What do I have? I have Moon. I have Pokemon Sun and Moon. I think I got it because one of them was cheap. Does anyone know how the Legend of Arceus game actually was? I thought it was good. Yeah, apparently. It was good. Needed probably, improvements, but it was good. Good concept.
Yeah, they had a Pokemon Wave and Wind direct or some trailer thing, and the game is actually, like, at least graphically and so on, like, looks like it's keeping up, but I don't know, man.
Oh, I didn't realize they get brought back in time. I thought, it was just a game just set back in an older period.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, what is that, A to Z or ZA game?
Oh, that game looks awful.
That game looked really bad. Can't say I was interested at all.
It's one of those things where I'm like, well, at least like the VTuber girls are able to play that and probably have a good time. I myself, like, I can't play that. Like, you actually had to play that game on Switch too, because, man, regular Switch on that looked really rough.
Legends Arceus is an isekai.
But ironically.
It's just funny it's funny to think about, because unless it's a main talking point on the line of like, it's clearly an isekai. It's funny in the scenarios where like, oh, Inuyasha is an isekai.
But the actual sad thing is with some of that, though, is ultimately it's Nintendo trying to do more, or that they need to do more, but they really suck at doing more. Like, when they try to implement a story, they try to implement a world, or they try to implement a timeline, or they try to implement, like, whatever else basic features, they're always, like, so far behind, or they just don't do a good job with it. like Zelda incorporating more of a story in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I don't know was necessarily good. And the voice acting is like, well, it's rough. People don't like the voice acting. And then it's completely up to you if you like 3D. Open world Zelda, like in that style, because people already burnt out on it. Because everyone else was burnt out by open world games 10 years ago.
Yep.
Do they still sell well? Yeah, but your core audience gets tired of it. It's just a I don't know. It's you kind of need to do more, but figure out what you're actually good at doing more at.
Yeah. Yeah, the moment you add lore, heavy lore to Pokemon, then it's just too much.
I think Pokemon lore actually makes sense, but they're just not good at writing.
I don't know, because it's like, I'm fine with, like, if you're gonna connect the games, just connect what happens between the games.
Well, but it's kind of like that new Star Fox game. One of the things that's doing kind of well is just that it looks like it at least has like some solid cutscenes.
Its presentation,
interactions, cutscenes, and so on. Like, at least it feels like it's actually modernized for the first time in 26 years. Not 26 years, like 20 years.
Yeah.
Honestly, since the GameCube era. So, you know, that's a possible plus. But, yeah. No, I heard someone talk about Metroid Prime 4, and they described it as, like, you do realize that it's just a Zelda game where it's like Soul Valley, or that desert is just Hyrule Field, and that guy that talks to you all the time is just Navi. Like, I kind of didn't realize that. It's not too far off of an assessment.
It was funny during the Star Fox Direct. I noticed it when it was said, and I saw other people saying it too on Reddit. But there's a point where one of the multiplayer modes is whatever. You just have to go around, fly around, and get these whatever. And they call it green energy crystals. They use the exact same phrasing, and so the Metroid subreddit's like, "Oh no, not again!" That's a horrible name. It's so generic. Yeah, this is the fifth Star Fox. We really need to retell the story again. Man, we were crashing out on that last week. Yeah, we were. I was like, what are they doing? Stop it!
Yeah.
Why do I get the feeling I need to steal? Yeah, it's such a weird double standard where they can't make a new F-Zero because they don't have any new ideas, yet they're gonna just remake Star Fox again. F-Zero is 100% just a pride thing. They'll never be able to make anything better than GX.
They did even make GX.
That's why. Yeah, F-Zero 99. There's Nintendo's once again attempt at a hit genre battle royale. I need items, but I can't get them yet. F-Zero was Sega with GX. Namco was doing Star Fox with like Assault. AX and GX were Sega and Namco. So did maybe Namco handle AX then? Probably. Man, this makes for some really good equipment, but it's just I can't make it yet.
I really need to clean my OLED screen.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd actually be really good to get. I just need some money. It's all about the grind, baby. I just gotta find. I just have to find the items where I need them. Oh, they can't even make use of the ocarina. Maybe that takes 2 hands. Let's play more Dragon Ball movies in the corner while we continue the grind. I should consider myself lucky. Nothing happened with those streams. Or that stream.
You did fly really close to the sun, though.
What would Toei do? Do I even have any gum? I can't. Unless it's carving. Vine, insect, blah blah. I meant Toei got, yeah, totally not Mark. Pretty scared for a while. Yeah, he's about to lose his whole livelihood.
Who's not Mark?
Totally not Mark is he has a YouTube channel just basically completely dedicated to Dragon Ball.
Oh.
Yeah, and there came a point Toei was going after him.
Project G, Genesis. It's not even funny, man.
He's that Irish Dragon Ball guy. I wouldn't even know he's Irish. I just remember back when he got invited to go on a quiz show, and anything other than Dragon Ball he wasn't knowledgeable on, even when it's Naruto. It's like the guy consumes just Dragon Ball. Let me go mine, but I just have not gotten anything yet. Oh, I completely spun around. Also didn't watch too much of his videos. Goodness. Oh boy. It's always Mugmort. Now Mark read Naruto Shippuden in the original Boruto cover to cover for a series of video reviews, then immediately purged it from his Dragon Ball infested brain. That's rough. Oh, I didn't replenish the TP. Yeah, I don't think these are very good stream games. It's too slow. What, kitty?
Cat returns.
Yeah, and he's done sleeping on the couch. All right. Like this is a pretty good difficulty spike here. I don't necessarily have the equipment to do everything. I guess I should try and see if I can start stealing. Because right now, certain items aren't even available to me. Yeah. I should probably get items for replenishing TP. Such a big map for nothing going on inside of it. So that's a no for playing more Dragon Ball movies in the corner, at least for now. We need to warrant it another good reason sometime.
We just have to risk it again and see, like, what's the probability of this?
We're watching Tree of Might next time. Was that what's the plan?
I think that's what the plan was.
It's good. That's some new content. I haven't watched that one yet. It's be a horrible way to play it because I'll barely be able to hear the audio.
Just don't play Dragon Ball while doing it, so you can sit and enjoy it.
Yeah, I thought that's what you mentioned at one point. Like yeah, let's watch Tree of Might next time.
I'm pretty sure that's what he said. Do you not? I thought that was the idea. I thought we were watching a Piccolo movie.
That's not the Piccolo movie.
It's not?
No.
Well, it has Piccolo in it, though.
Yes, Piccolo is in it.
Doesn't it have like young Gohan?
Yeah, it's one of the like
That's why. That's kind of what I meant.
that's like of the first like 3 movies. It's like the evil looking Goku. I don't remember his name. Turles, yeah. And I don't have anything to level up with. And I'm gonna try not to resort to Googling stuff. Try not to, at least. Okay, so are there rocks to mine? Let me double check. I mean, I wouldn't have it here, I guess. Sora just announced another concert. It's crazy. It's 9th anniversary party. She's doing this for 9 years.
It's crazy.
At one point, what were the other classes I had? They wouldn't be here. Oh, crap. Okay, I'll go back. So my goods. That's at least a good way to make money. World's Strongest Triomite, Dead Zone, Lord Slug, Cooler 1, Cooler 2, Broly 1, Super 13, Broly 2, Bojack Unbound, Fusion Reborn, Broly 3, and then Movie 13. Broly 3 is that old? Bio Broly? I heard someone's take a while back that was saying that Bio Broly was better than the second Broly movie. It was a really bad take. Not good. Um. Yeah, Triomite was the second one. Why? Because Trunks pees on Broly? I completely forgot about that. I completely forgot about that. Is that in the second one or the first one? Or the second or third? I remember Bio Broly being so... Oh, that was in Bio Broly. I remember it being so forgettable that the games don't even mention it. And they went through every movie. Dark Hunter. Ronin. I might call it here rolling. I don't want to take up too much time just trying to figure out what I need to do. Fire Broly is basically a Bizarro clone of Broly. Yeah, I've watched it, unfortunately. Yeah. That it's going to deal some grinding. And it doesn't make for good stream material. I kind of figured this would be just a one-off, just something to do today. Because no one else is streaming. Try playing Advent Children in the next grinding session. I'll be rewatching Advent Children sometime soon. Within the next year. Go through and replay everything for the last part of the trilogy. What do we watch? What we got here?
If you're gonna replay everything, you gotta read the books too.
Well, that means that'd be a first time for me. Oh well. Okay. I'll get back to doing something productive. Yeah, we just play Mega Man 3 again. Finish that up and do 4. Gotta make it through all of the Mega Mans. Remember to save up $62 USD for Grimoire's standard Blu-ray and 88 USD for deluxe Blu-ray. I'm not buying the deluxe one. Not my plan. I need to keep an eye on the website in case it gets updated to know if when's the pre-order period end. Oh, okay. Good night. It's only $22 more. I mean, I guess it comes with a poster. Gotta save money where I can. And an acrylic stand. That actually is not too bad for $22 more than. Not bad at all, actually. Because in acrylic, even a cheap one's $15. I guess I'll think about it. Have a good night. Yeah, but no signatures. That's okay. There'll be a members version? Really? And I'm a member. I didn't hear about that. Oh, okay. Okay. So if I need info, I'll get it from you then, from Cali stuff. No false rumors here. Okay. Yep. Bye-bye.